Hi guys, how are you all today morning? Good morning. In continuation of our previous talk of personal preferences as to what, where, why, how, etc., I would like to talk about some few examples from my own knowledge and experience. I hope you would be able to understand this verse better. We have already talked that preferences for what, where, why, how, etc. are a matter of personal nature, and it is only up to one particular living entity to either accept or reject something or someone. I will talk about both material and spiritual case studies in this matter. First, there was this boy called Gadadhar Chatterjee who told his father in no uncertain terms when he was young, "Father, I don't think these school books, syllabus, subjects, and other things are of any use to me in the goal that I want to seek." The father was very fond of this son, and he saw a point in this son's talk. He allowed him to do what he wanted. This boy was a devotee of goddess Kali. Because this boy did not do proper schooling, etc., he remained sort of semi-literate. So much so that when he grew up and approached a very reputed religious and spiritual organization run by highly qualified intellectuals, they laughed at him and at his shabbiness and summarily rejected this boy. This boy went back dejected, but later became none other than Ramakrishna Paramhansa. It is quite paradoxical and ironical that after Ramakrishna Paramahansa's demise, his own disciples and wife started two missions and ashrams. One was called Ramakrishna Mission and the other was called Sharada Vidya Ashram. And all these organizations get involved in or they thrive on charity, doing charitable work and educating children and developing young minds in material subjects as well as spiritual subjects. A person who had summarily rejected the official schooling and other such educational things that were prevalent in his own society is now having a society, a mission in his name, though this person is not alive, but his mission is educating young minds. Similarly, there was one disciple of this person, Ramakrishna Paramahansa. His name was Narendra Nath Ghosh. Actually, this person was extremely intelligent, but yet you'd be surprised to know that in his days in Kolkata, he was rejected by every organization when this guy went for a job interview in that organization. His would be employers thought that this fellow was useless and totally unfit for a job. In fact, others got what this guy craved for. Totally dejected and morose, this Narendra Nath Ghosh contemplated suicide but was prevented from doing so by his own friends. Later, some South Indian wealthy families and other such missionaries, Good Samaritans, etc., financed this boy's trip to America for a religious conference where this boy became well known as Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda has his own ashrams and missions, etc., not only in West Bengal but also in Tamil Nadu in India. There are universities and colleges and schools named after him, and a memorial where once he meditated is called Vivekananda Rock Memorial in Kanyakumari in Tamil Nadu, India. Here, the personal preference of many who rejected him made this guy get selected by others. It was only a matter of preference. Those who rejected him initially may have regretted their decision later, but of no avail. The bird had already flown. Similarly, there was one yarn trader in Bombay. This young man once approached a tycoon, a magnate, whose family was running one of the most reputed garment manufacturing companies in the world, not only in India but in the world. This young man approached the owner and told him, "Please make me your agent and salesman so that I can trade your yarn for your company in the market." The owner contemptuously rejected this yarn trader and did not make him an agent, only to find to his own dismay that this very young man later became his own rival. This tycoon's name was Nasli Wadia. The company was Bombay Dyeing, and this young man who had once approached him for agency was none other than Mr. Dhirubhai Ambani. This was a case of personal preference. Mr. Nasli Wadia must have regretted his decision to reject this boy at that time. Had he probably selected him, this guy would have remained an agent in Bombay dyeing and not the magnate that he is today. Similarly, there are many other cases in this matter. We will continue till we come to know what is personal preference for apply, acceptance and rejection. Till we meet in my next video, it is good morning from TSV Raghavan.